Hitler was killed almost, but the plan failed. What went wrong in Operation Valkyrie? Operation Valkyrie, a plan to kill Hitler and end the war. The year was 1944, and Adolf Hitler appeared invincible. His control over Germany was absolute, and the war had dragged on, with devastating consequences for Europe. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. A group of high-ranking officers, disillusioned with Hitler's madness, had started planning the unimaginable, Operation Valkyrie, a daring and intricate plot to assassinate Hitler and seize control of the German government to end the war. The leader of this conspiracy? A German officer named Colonel Claus von Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg was once a loyal soldier, but after witnessing Hitler's brutality and the inevitable destruction Germany was heading toward, he decided enough was enough. He knew that killing Hitler was the only way to save Germany from complete ruin. The plan was bold and dangerous. Operation Valkyrie originally existed as a contingency plan designed to keep order if Hitler were to be killed or if there was an uprising. But the conspirators, led by Stauffenberg, modified it, turning it into a plan not to protect Hitler, but to overthrow him. They needed to kill Hitler, activate Valkyrie, and then use the reserve army to take control of key government institutions. On July 20th, 1944, Stauffenberg took the ultimate risk. He entered a meeting at Hitler's Wolf's Lair, a heavily guarded bunker with top Nazi officials present. In his briefcase, he carried a bomb, carefully prepared and primed to explode under the conference table near where Hitler stood. Stauffenberg placed the briefcase under the table and slipped away, believing he had only moments left to change the course of history. The tension was unbearable, and the conspirators waited for the sound of the explosion that would signal Hitler's death and their moment to strike. But what happened next? Before I reveal the shocking twist, pause the video and comment. Do you think the plan succeeded? The bomb did explode, causing a massive blast that shook the bunker. The room was filled with smoke, debris flew everywhere, and panic ensued. 4 men were killed, and many others were injured. But when the dust settled, Hitler was still alive. By an incredible stroke of fate, the table's thick wooden support had shielded Hitler from the full force of the explosion. Stauffenberg, unaware that Hitler had survived, quickly left the site, believing the mission was a success. He returned to Berlin to activate Valkyrie. The reserve army was mobilized, and for a brief moment it seemed as though the conspirators would seize power. But as news of Hitler's survival reached Nazi leaders, everything started to unravel. When Hitler emerged from the blast with only minor injuries, he was enraged. He saw this as not just an assassination attempt, but as a betrayal from within the German military ranks. His inner circle. He immediately took action to crush the conspirators. Communication lines were cut, and the momentum of the coup fell apart. Stauffenberg and his fellow conspirators were arrested. Hitler's revenge was swift and brutal. Over 7,000 people were arrested, and many were executed in the following weeks. Stauffenberg, along with several key plotters, was executed by a firing squad that very night. The failure of Operation Valkyrie solidified Hitler's grip on power, and his paranoia grew. He became even more ruthless, purging anyone he suspected of disloyalty. The war continued, and Germany's fate was sealed. By 1945, the country lay in ruins, and Hitler took his own life as Allied forces closed in. Operation Valkyrie came so close to changing history. A single twist of fate kept Hitler alive and condemned thousands more to die. If you found this story as shocking as I did, make sure to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments.